Arrowhead Stadium here in Kansas City. The scene just a few moments ago, predictably loud and raucous here at Arrowhead as their beloved Chiefs took field, and they are set to match up with Derek Carr and the Oakland Raiders. Bitter rivals going back to their AFL days in the 1960s. The Chiefs and Raiders are underway. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. And they'll start the drive here with an end around. And that one covered beautifully. Their defenders stayed home, and they'll stop him behind the line. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here. And it'll bring up a 2nd and 13. A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13.
Green 39.
They'll run with a backup. This is Williams. And he'll get about 3 here as he's out to the 30.
Well, I think that's what they're going to need to do here in the first half. You've got to take some pressure off of this young quarterback, and no better way to do it than to establish the running game early.
Go! Here we go now. Green 90.
Throwing is Mahomes on 3rd. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. 6 yards on the pickup, and that's going to bring up a 4th down. On 4th down is Dustin Colquitt to kick this away. He'll send this one into the Midwestern air, and it's a good one. Carr and the Raiders come up 1st and 10 at their own 16.
7:34.
The first carry now for Doug Martin. And he'll lose yardage here, back to the 15. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
I know when I was a kid, I always got real excited when I saw those lateral-type runs. But the best backs that made it happen, they put a foot in the ground and just go. That didn't happen there. That play got swallowed up.
Letting one go deep for Roberts. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the free safety, Eric Berry. And they are going to set up shop at the 40-yard line. Chiefs coming back onto the field, as we noted earlier, going to take on the Colts this weekend. 12-4 in the regular season. You get the first-round bye. Number 1 offense in the NFL. That's the good part, but the defense has left something to be desired.
Yeah, they rank 31st. That's just one step from the bottom in terms of total defense in the NFL. But they do rush the passer very well. Tied for the league lead in sacks. Their thing is, can they get a couple of key takeaways and just give the ball back to Mahomes and win a lot of shootouts?
Now Mahomes throwing on 2nd down. Throw left side, taken in by Hill. And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40. First catch there for Hill, and he's got a 1st down.
I don't care who you put on him. He's going to be a handful in one-on-one throws.
Yeah, right now, you're right. They're in man-to-man. Maybe needs some safety help.
I would say that'd be a good idea. Double team him somehow. I'm going to have to make someone else beat me rather than let him shred my defense.
Green 90.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's going to get this inside the 30. 12 more yards there and another first down.
And that's a run that'll energize an offensive line. They'll take that one all day long. Fundamental breakdown by the defense. You've got to be able to make plays on the edge.
Left, 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 left. Z, 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 Z. Green, green, 90. Green.
Now a play fake here on first down. Flush to his right, and he'll be brought down at the 27-yard line. He'll get just a yard on the scramble. It's second down.
Yeah, he only gets a few yards on 1st and 10, but he's better off doing that than throwing an incompletion or even worse, an interception.
Here we go now. Blue 45. Blue 45.
Back now with Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin as the Chiefs in possession of the football as we begin the second quarter. They've got a 2nd and 9 to start things out.
Z, 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 Z. Here we go. Green, 90.
Working from the gun, Mahomes. And he's going to drop this off to Williams, complete. And he's able to get it down to the 25-yard line. It'll be a 2-yard gain, and that's going to lead to a third down.
Here we go. Green, 39. Green, 39. What?
From the gun, it's Mahomes. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete. Seems like this defense, especially the secondary, has really been contesting about every throw in this first half.
Remind me of a good half-court defensive basketball team. Every time a pass is thrown, they're right there in good defensive position, able to affect the play.
And the kick by Butker is good. And the Chiefs are out to a 3-0 lead. So still no touchdowns in the first half, but we do have some action on the scoreboard with the field goal.
So maybe now the mentality changes in this game because anytime you can get to the red zone, and if you don't come away with 6 points, you feel like it's a disappointment. In a game like this one, being able to kick field goals means you're right there, and then you're just looking for that big break to take you over the top.
Well, for the Oakland Raiders, quite a season that just passed, and not in a great way. 4-12 in John Gruden's return as a head coach. You look forward to the offseason. You know, questions about where they're going to play next year while they transition to Vegas, but they've obviously got other questions as well.
They do, and a lot of that centers in how are they going to put together this team now, because they've dismantled it in a sense. How do they put it back together? Brand new general manager coming on board. John Gruden still has the heavy influence, but they'll start with 3 first-round picks in April's draft, including number 4 overall. A reason for optimism as they make their move to Las Vegas in 2020.
You're not going anywhere, man. What are you doing? You can't get set, get set. 6-18. Low, low, low. That's up.
On second down, here's Carr. Eluding the pressure right. And this one complete to Seth Roberts. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. That goes for a gain of 31. So the line of scrimmage moves all the way across the 50 now as they come up 1st and 10.
694.
Carr now on 1st down. Being chased, and he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down.
I know there'll be a little bit of criticism there because they went right back to the air after the huge pickup and ended up getting sacked. That's often a play that you make. You feel like you've got momentum on your side.
Unfortunately, the O-line failed to hold up to try to keep that momentum going. Got to assume this defense will be charging again here. It's 2nd and 15. Now Carr. Escaping the pressure right. And he's got this down a yard or 2 shy of the 40 before he's out of bounds. And give him 10 that time as he was able to get away from the pressure and get a nice gain. I thought they were going to sack him there like they did on 1st down. Great coverage, but he found a way to move with his legs.
Yeah, his ability to take off, not only did he get some yardage back, he got a little bit extra. Really helps him on 3rd down, makes it manageable now.
2 minutes to go here in the first half. We're back to Arrowhead after this. They had the catch on second down, but it didn't help at all, and now they're looking at third down here.
White Monday. Hey, 7:34.
Shotgun now for Carr. Connects it to Roberts, right side. And he's able to get it to the 33. Good enough for a first down. It goes as a gain of 8, and it moves the chains. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. First down, the run with Lynch. And he'll get this down to about the 30, 31-yard line. Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Now that play is blown up, losing yardage back at the 35. He lost 4 there, and it's 3rd down.
Count me as a little bit surprised by what we just saw there because this has been a pretty long drive, and normally you think that wears down a defense. In this case, looked like the offensive line let him down a little bit.
Yeah, allowed the penetration and the ability to stuff him for a loss. Throwing his Carr on 3rd down. Flushed out right. And an incomplete pass. That'll stop the clock here with just under a minute to play in half number 1.
This team is not going to make it easy for you. They're a physical group, and we just saw it there on that play. He came in, made the contact, just as he's trying to haul it in.
And no move to pull Carr and the offense off. They're going to go on 4th down. They'll go for it. It's Carr. Lets it go for Nelson. And that is going to be incomplete. The Raiders try it on 4th down, but to no avail. And the Chiefs' defense comes up with a stop. Good starting field position for them as they come up 1st and 10.
Here we go now. Green 90. Green 90.
Shotgun snap to Mahomes. And Hill with it over the middle. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense, as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. So now then, the big play has them all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10.
Here we go. Blue 45. Blue 45. Z.
Throwing on 1st down is Mahomes. That is caught right at the 10-yard line. And they will eventually get him down, but he's inside the 5 all the way to the 3. That one goes for 24 yards. They go play action here on 1st down. And that is caught. Touchdown, Kansas City. Sammy Watkins from 3 yards out. And the Chiefs are able to grow their lead. Point after, right down the middle. And the lead grows to 10-0. Butker now to kick this one away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. Shifts by him. And all that worked, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. And now Oakland ready to take the field. And with time quickly fading here in the 2nd quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
Flushed, and he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Now before this 2nd down play, we'll get whistles and a timeout, as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go here in the first half. Gotta imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on second down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18.
Hey, 7:34.
Now Carr. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
This defense has been very disruptive early on as they force another one to go awry.
Seems to be the front and the back end. Pass rush, they've been able to get home, and they're taking the ball away in coverage as well.
I love how you put it together. The front and back working in sync, only way to play good defense.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down.
7:34.
To throw his Carr. And that's incomplete. Clock stops with 10 seconds left. And how about this? 4th and long, and they're going to go for it. They do go for it. It's Carr. Eluding the pressure right. And they hit him as he throws, as this one's going to go straight down to the turf. Incomplete. A surprising move to go for it, and predictably, at least somewhat predictably, it doesn't pay off. And boy, possession here turns over with the football already being in the red zone. And Butker able to put this one through. So 2 quarters down, 2 remain. Charles and I return after the break. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. Butker now to kick this one away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And this return net's positive as he gets past the 25 and up to the 27-yard line. Out comes the Raiders offense. They'll go on offense first to start quarter number 3. They come out here with a 0 on the scoreboard. What was said in that locker room? That's what I want to know.
I would love to have been in there because we often have the feeling that there's a lot of shouting, screaming, people upset. But typically, halftime locker rooms are a lot more clinical than that. And in this case, are they upset that the plays weren't working because of execution? Or did they think they were just bad plays to call?
Yeah.
We'll find out pretty quickly here if they feel like they had something going, but they just need to do it a little bit better or not.
We'll find out. 2nd and 10 now from the 27.
6:37. Low, low, low. 808.
Carr again here on 2nd and 10. And this is caught by Martavis Bryant. And they're able to get this one across the 35. And a quick slant gets exactly 10, and by the nose of the football, they've got a first down. Carr to throw after the play fake to Lynch. Lets it go for Nelson. And that's caught inside the 35. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. An excellent pickup of 34 yards. So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10.
Go, go. Get set, get set. 24.
On 1st down, Carr steps away to his left. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up 2nd down. We saw this a lot in the first half, and it continues. These receivers just not able to get much separation.
So that means they have to win the 50-50 balls. They've got to go up with the defender and find a way to start coming down with them.
And this time, contact and another incomplete pass. Now Carr, after the incomplete pass, brings him up 2nd and 10. To throw again. Carr, pass incomplete.
I know our vantage point might be a little bit better way up here, but that looked like an ill-advised throw to me. I didn't see anything open, and this play just didn't look right from the beginning.
It did not. I thought he might get outside and just chuck it away. Dangerous pass, incomplete. This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. Now Carr again. Going for it all. And a shot taken on 3rd down, unsuccessful. 4th down now.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
And Nugent puts it through, and they will indeed get on the board here, but still trailing. It's now 13-3. So that's a 7-play drive that ultimately stalls out there at the end.
And things were a little leaky in the beginning on that drive, weren't they? But how about the front seven? As they got closer to the goal line, things stiffened a little bit, forced the field goal.
So here's the Chiefs offense ready for their first reps in half number 2. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
And the Raiders have got him. Marquell Lee coming on the blitz. He gets him for a loss of 7.
Now, we talk about players blitzing all the time. I often laugh and sometimes call it just straight-ahead pursuit. What a running start right back to the backfield for him.
Yeah, it really didn't give anybody a chance to get up there and stop it.
No, I mean, that's really, really difficult. You're asking a whole lot anyway, but when he gets that kind of a start and comes through clean, oftentimes the advantage definitely goes to the defensive player.
And he's able to get up here to the 26. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face third down.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
So the false start certainly doesn't help matters as they'll try again now, 3rd and long. Looking to throw is Mahomes. Well, Mahomes can't get away, and down he goes. And we say it all the time, have to be able to get rid of the ball sooner than that.
You have to help your offensive line out. They're going to protect you as best they can. And if you're getting 3 to 5 seconds to throw the ball, they're doing a really nice job. But when you hold it and give up a sack, you're really almost discrediting their work.
A field flipper there, a 47-yard punt coupled with a loss on the return. And the Raiders will take over now, 1st and 10. The Raider offense now making their way toward the huddle. And tough to win games if you're going field goal, field goal, field goal here. They got field goal last time. Now they'll be looking for a touchdown.
They're looking for the big chunk now because, as you noted, the field goal way of doing it makes it that much harder and puts more pressure on every possession for you now. Go ahead and get 6 and feel a lot more comfortable about the position they're in.
Bigger chunks. We'll see if they can get the score. Forced out to his left. Give him a couple on the scramble. It's 2nd down. You know, despite the scoreline, I think they've got to like where they are here. They're on the road and just one big play away from getting right back in this game.
I'm going to follow right along with you because the spot they're in now is a credit to their defense. They've kept them in it by making the plays that they've made, and that just means you're one big score away from being right back there.
Well, the question is, can this offense step up and make that play? Because that's been an issue for them in this game. Escaping the pressure right. Now he's going to go up top over the middle. The ball popped in the air and intercepted. Picked off at the 11. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
I think that interception happened for 2 reasons. Quarterback gets outside the pocket and panics a little bit. And receiver doesn't make sure he's absolutely in an open spot. So there's a guy lurking, took the ball from him.
Yeah, so don't wave your arms, right, as a receiver if you're not wide open.
Got to know that you're open. Otherwise, just don't do it.
And a short gain here across the 10 to the 12. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
Here we go now. Green 39. Green 39.
On 2nd down, here's Mahomes. That's out to Hill, right side complete. A big seam, and he might go all the way. 20, 10, and all the way in for a Kansas City touchdown. Tyreek Hill, 88 yards. And the Chiefs add on to their lead. extra point right down the middle. And that'll make this a 3-score game now. The lead moves to 17. Butker now to kick this one away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And now spinning away. And he'll wind up getting an extra couple yards here for his trouble as he'll bring this one out to the 27. And now Oakland ready to take the field. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here. And he'll be brought down on what's going to turn out to be the final play of this third quarter. We're back now in KC. It's Raider football here, but they're on the short side of the scoreboard right now as we begin the fourth. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. On 1st and 10, here's Carr. Dancing to his left. In the middle of the field, he's got Nelson. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. That one will go as a gain of 11. Raiders having a first down as well. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Throwing on first down is Carr. They set up the screen to Lynch. Finding room inside the 40. And finally down at the 36-yard line. Another nice gain, 16 yards there and a first down again.
They ran that one well, and not only did they pick up a nice chunk of yardage on the screen, they sent a message to the defense. Rush the passer all you want, but you better be careful. We can hit you going back the other direction.
Now a play fake here on first down. And that one falls incomplete. Looked like he might have had position there, but he couldn't hold on at second down. I know he wants to get his team back in the game, but a 50-50 ball right there that maybe was a little questionable.
Yeah, he's pretty lucky to get that one back. I think that sometimes these quarterbacks play with a lot of confidence that borders on arrogance, and that can put your team in some dutch.
Yeah, especially maybe want to look at some safer routes after the interception he had that ended their last drive. Lets it go for Nelson. So the long attempt falls innocently to the ground, and it brings up third.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, fourth quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Throwing now is Carr. Letting one go deep for Roberts. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off down at the 2. And he returns it up just shy of the 20 to the 19-yard line.
Well, this defensive pressure has been constant all game long. The pass rush, the coverage, they've all been excellent, and now they'll tack on an interception here as this one continues to slip just further and further out of hand.
Ware takes the give from Mahomes. And he'll get to the 29-yard line, brought down there. That one good for 10 yards. And that'll bring up a second and just about a few inches here.